I discovered Miss Doja Cat's makeup products were being sold throughout Europe. That's when Doja Cat went in front of a live audience, shaving her head and then her eyebrows. I'm thinking that's got to be part of some promotional campaign. Also, at the same time, just like Doja Cat's eyebrows, the products disappeared from the shelf almost simultaneously. Shelves were stripped to the bone. Many fans, and maybe a few trolls too, think Doja Cat is having a slow, steady meltdown in front of the camera. Hello and thanks for joining me, everybody. Now, y'all know that Miss Doja Cat has been trending on and off, especially after her bold style transformation. And I think that might have something to do with her makeup brand, a full line of cosmetics that was launched earlier in 2022 or 2021, depending on the country you're in, I guess. Doja Cat's makeup line just mysteriously appeared in stores in Germany, I can tell you that, without any advertisement. None of that big coming to a store near you. None of that. It was just like magic. Like it was just there. Now, I'm an American girl living here in Europe, so please do subscribe to the channel because I have so much to share with you. Back to this Doja Cat line of makeup. I was just strolling along in the local drugstore and had to do a double take, then a triple take after seeing her face all over these products. And I said, okay, Miss Doja, I will be checking them out. But just as suddenly as Miss Doja buzzed that hair off her head, doing that big chop, her makeup disappeared pretty much in the same fashion from these store shelves. It really was literally lightning fast. The makeup was there, then it wasn't there. I sampled one of Doja Cat's bronzers. I love this bronzer, but they only had a sample left. So I thought maybe I would go to another drugstore in their chain. Now in Europe, especially Germany, they're not selling you samples. They're not going to do that. So I checked another location. I checked another store, then another store. No luck. Everywhere I went, the shelves looked like this. It was crazy. I'm just like, what happened? The shelves were stripped to the bone. They had some kind of clearance sale, more like a liquidation. And they cleared everything out like a everything must go type of deal because everything went. So then I go online and start searching, and I discovered that Miss Doja Cat's products were being sold throughout Europe. Now I found her makeup in a drugstore chain called DM. And DM shelves were stripped to the bone, just like Doja Cat's eyebrows snatched away. These women, girls, and I'm sure some men and boys too, they just snatched this stuff up like they went nutty. Now this is Europe, y'all. The Europeans don't normally go all crazy about sales like mad the way we do in the States. They don't get all worked up like that, but in this case, they did. They took everything, whether it was nailed down or not, even the artwork. It must have been violent, so I should be glad I didn't know about this sale at the time it happened because I could have got hurt. They took all kind of plastic. It's just, you would have to see it. But by the time I investigated the sixth drugstore, they couldn't sell me the sample because that was all that was left. It seems like they had this one bronzer. They must have used some kind of good security grip on it or something because they weren't able to snatch that away because all the samples were gone. Yeah, and all I could buy was this. It's a lip tint, a moisturizing. It's pink. It really looks like a transparent, almost like a chapstick. It looks pink, but when you put it on your lips, I don't have nothing on my lips, but I when you put it on, it makes your lips kind of, I'm looking at myself. This stuff makes your lips red. Isn't that funny? Kind of makes me think of Lady Gaga's Fame perfume, that black. Anyway, then I got to thinking, you know what? I bet you they're going to put her products, Doja Cat's products, in major department stores like Rihanna did. Now, even though Rihanna did launch her products in major department stores from the very beginning, I thought, okay, Doja's team is leveling up, raising their game. Since they saw the response and how popular the products are, maybe they're just going to do a major relaunch, rebranding it. That's got to be what it is, in my opinion. Okay, because almost simultaneously as Doja Cat's makeup disappeared from the shelves, that's about the time she shaved her head and then her eyebrows before a live audience. I'm thinking that's got to be part of some kind of promotional campaign. That's gotta be it, right, Doja? Right? Okay. That's what I'm thinking. That's gotta be part of a promotional strategy. I'm thinking it's a lot like Jeffree Star, the online makeup guru. You know, he shaved his eyebrows too. It seems like removing your eyebrows is a artistic thing to do because it gives you more possibilities to create, turning your face, at least that area, into more of a blank canvas. I guess you could paint on your forehead, but nobody's gonna do that. So, you know, Mr. Jeffree Star, he also launched his own makeup line. And Mr. Jeffree Star has had over the top success with it all, with his whole social media brand, with his tutorials, his makeup line. He has an incredible following, and he also rocks the microphone. I'm not too sure about how many singing engagements he does. I think he started off performing, and yes, I do know that he is a controversial figure, controversial personality to say the least, and he's very unapologetic about it. He has an edgy presentation. Mr. Jeffree Star and his rhetoric. Okay, and Doja Cat seems to be headed down pretty much the same path. Because when I went over to Miss Doja Cat's channel, very innocently, just wanting to know when and where we're gonna get new makeup from her, I see Doja Cat also being very edgy and very controversial. She did make a comment about this, saying that she's always been that way. And I'm like, really? Maybe not quite, not so much, not this much. But a lot of the fans are saying the same thing, that she's always been kind of out, kind of quirky, kind of bold. But now there are other fans, and maybe even some trolls, that think Doja Cat is having a slow, steady meltdown in front of the camera. And I would like to take this time to again welcome Miss Doja Cat fans. Hey, look, there's no shade being thrown over here. I admire her. She's a musician, much like myself. This is a safe place to share, comment, and do like and subscribe, my good people. Hey, I didn't even know there was a concern about Doja's mental state until I innocently went over to her channel, just wanting to hear something about this makeup line, only to find Miss Doja posting video after video, mostly reacting to people commenting about her well-being. Now, I know everybody has trolls, but most people in the comments, for me, they were voicing genuine concern. And she responded harshly to people raising the question, is she all right? Now, when she wasn't cussing people out, she was spending a lot of time explaining herself in various videos, like this one I'm about to roll right now. Roll it.
Like, people think that for some reason I'm like not well because I don't have hair on my face or my head. I don't know, it's so wild. I've been shit posting for like years. Like, my fans know that like I've always been just like 12, you know? Like, I've always like tweeted dumb shit and like wore dumb shit, and like I've always been this way. And I'm like learning every day. I come on here and I explain to you guys how much I don't like it on here. And then I feel like eventually I'll stop coming on here, but I like it. Sometimes I like it. And then everyone who has like a verified check just like puts like fire emojis and like praying hands and like hearts, like heart eyes. I don't know, dude. What the fuck is the point of that? I'm not functioning on that fucking wavelength. That's what I'm saying. I'm rich, I'm fine. Like, everybody, just the whole like "Are you okay, queen" shit makes me want to rip I guess the hair that I have left out, and that would be my pubics. I just want to rip my fucking pubic hair out. I absolutely hate it. Dude, people being like, "Are you good? Are you sure everything's okay over there?" Somebody today said, I'm blocking people now. It's like my new thing that I've adopted. Somebody said to me, "Help isn't far away." Like some shit like that. Or like they're like, it's not too late to get help. I can tell that something's wrong with you. Like shit like that. I went to their page and they're like a thought. Like they're like a fucking they're like a baddie. They're just like, "Not too late to get help." And it, like, this person looks like they smell so bad. I use Pat McGrath lip liner. It's a good one. That's a good one. And then also I think that's like the only one that I use. NARS is good too. I don't know what I'm wearing right now. I just ate food. My lips look like dog shit.
So those were all portions of the same clip, because sometimes Doja was just sitting there doing this close-up shot. She is looking quite lovely in those close-ups, but she was getting closer and closer. She even starts off saying in this clip that she doesn't know why she's there. Now, a lot of females shave their hair, buzz it off, even on camera. But with Doja Cat, I think it's the overall vibe that leaves people feeling like something's wrong. I mean, Amber Rose rocked the bald head, Britney Spears, okay? Now, also considering that Doja did announce recently that she was leaving the music business, retiring from music, and then this, it's like, okay, I understand tapping into the creativity, feeling free these days, reducing your workload, but these lives that she's been doing, she shows off her artistic designs and all that, but they're not really tutorials. And she's been spending a lot of time putting her haters on blast for implying that she's not well for shaving off her head. Now, Doja Cat has done a video saying that she is okay, and thank you for the concern. But she doesn't really seem to appreciate the concern. Doja Cat fans, do not get mad. Y'all know that Doja, she's been spending a lot of time putting her haters on blast. And this makes me think of Chelsea Chris, the former Miss USA. She wasn't putting people on blast, but she did speak about trolls. Everybody has trolls. She was a very young woman, beautiful woman with a full head of hair, always beautifully styled. Chelsea Chris was always big smiles. She had a great career doing correspondence work. She was meeting with celebrities. She always had the biggest smile, the biggest laugh, okay? This is a woman who was educated, accomplished, charming, and adored. By all accounts, I think you could say she had everything to live for. The woman was just 30 years old, and we know how that ended. So we shouldn't fault people for voicing concern, because hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. Actually, I think most people are showing Doja Cat love by reaching out. Hey, I'm showing love too, because look, it seems to be a sensitive time for Miss Doja Cat. She says a lot of people tune into her channel just to hate on her. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. From what I've seen, Doja's mostly coming at her haters or explaining herself. And that's the thing with these social media platforms. When you come online and open up in the chat, you're opening yourself up to all kinds of scrutiny. You can also get love. You can also get warmth. Some people are very caring and some people are not. Doja Cat seems a little sensitive right now at this time in her life, as we can all be from time to time. But Doja could turn off the comments. She can suspend the comments. She's smart enough to know how to do that. She could also turn off that camera too. It's not like she needs to do homemade videos with this kind of regularity for social media to build a presence for herself. In the world, she is already a person with an enormous presence as a pop artist. Now, I've been skimming through her videos. Some of them are like 1 to 2 hours long. But again, look, it's all, my thing is just very innocently, I've been looking for this makeup. And we know that major recording artists they don't really usually get down like this, doing random videos up to 1 and 2 hours long, with also long periods of silence, just sitting in front of the camera, just chatting about random unscripted topics, and then going off on people for saying, asking, is she okay? And I'm sure some haters in there, but I really, the way she cusses people, I really didn't think Doja got down like that. But hey, I know she's not the only one that'll cuss you out. If you manage to get Miss Cardi B's attention by insulting her, Cardi is gonna have something for you. Okay, Cardi pops off. She pops off. Cardi's also very active on social media, but it's just, I don't know, it's different with Cardi. Cardi can be, everybody can be a little sensitive, but sometimes people they seem kind of fragile. And Doja, when I look at her, sometimes she seems a little fragile. And everybody wants the best for you, Doja. Don't get mad, Doja Cat fans. Don't get mad. It's all in love. People have surprised people by doing terrible things to themselves. So look, I hope the best for Doja. She's a beautiful lady. I want to see these makeup products. I'm still getting a little bit of a Jeffree Star vibe from Doja Cat. And yeah, I know Jeffree Star is messy, and I do not want to get into none of his messiness. I just want to keep it focused on Doja Cat's makeup today, because Jeffree Star has his makeup line out successfully and his tutorials. Meanwhile, Miss Doja Cat, her products are missing in action. They're MIA. Okay. And it looks like her products were never fully launched in the States. Just these makeup brushes came out, but I'm not 100% sure. It's limited information. That's why I went over to her channel for answers as to where is the makeup, because this isn't what I'm looking for. It's probably going to be fun. That's why I bought it. But I did find this popular influencer in Europe by the name of Marvin. He did an unboxing, really an unbagging. He got a ton of products and brushes. It's like they gave him everything. Doja Cat's company. I never seen an influencer get this much stuff. Even Nikki tutorials. It seems like influencers, they just get a few select things. They just gave him a whole truckload. Look at this stuff. Okay, it could be that Marvin chose to rock this green color concept because that's what Doja Cat had on her eyelids for the packaging, the promotional campaign. But it was hard to find other big unboxings of her products, tutorials and try-ons and, all that stuff. I'm like, come on, where are the other models wearing your brand? The promotion, the glossy, shiny promotion. I'm saying I loved the bronzer, and this is probably going to be fun too. I know Doja Cat has people who are close to her. So, what's going on? That's just what is all this posting about? If it isn't about promoting a product, then what is it about? See, it's easy. That's why it's easy for me to understand why people are jumping to the conclusion that something is not right with Doja, and she might need a professional wellness check. Again, let's not forget about Miss Chelsea Chris, who also loved doing makeup and hair online. Coincidentally, I watched a lot of her tutorials. Look, it's better to be safe than sorry. Some of Miss Doja's posts even had me thinking, is she all right? And this is a topic that deserves to be updated. So I will follow up on this video. Be sure to subscribe so you can catch my latest videos. They will be interesting. Till then, I want to encourage Doja Cat to keep living her life like it's golden, and you too. I am the artistic one around here bringing you the content. Y'all be good. Peace.